I'm Lori and I'm here with a classroom story. Today I'm going over some Temu items that I have that I thought you would all appreciate knowing about. So I picked a kind of semi-tech related classroom story. I don't exactly remember the context of what happened that led to this conversation. I believe every single administrator, for some reason or another, had come in my classroom for different things. I wasn't in trouble, just to clarify. I think they were checking in on some different things. They were trying to figure out what they could do. I have chronic migraines. They were trying to figure out what they could do in the classroom to help with that and different stuff. So stuff was going on. All the administrators came in, and all of them but one was wearing the same color, not school colors. So it was just completely coincidental. Anyway, after the last one left that wasn't wearing the same color, I said to the class, I guess they didn't get the memo about what to wear. And a kid, this is a senior in high school, says, "What's a memo? Is that like an email?" And I just laughed because, well, I guess, yeah, it is like an email. But that moment made me feel very old. So, anyway, hopefully we all got the memo today that life is good and we should all be happy. So, I'm going to show a bunch of different Temu things that I use. I've gotten more than this. I'm going to put some clips of other things like the camcorder that I just recently got and the ring light that I have been using, but I had to record those separately on my phone, so it'll be interesting to compare the video quality between the new camcorder versus my phone. My phone actually has really good recording quality, so it'll be really interesting to see. It's just more convenient to use the camcorder because it goes directly into the computer, so I don't have to do all that transferring it to drive and all that stuff. Okay, I'm trying to decide what to start with. Maybe the thing I was the very, very most excited to get was this right here. And it's funny that this was what was most exciting to me. I really, really needed a model for my hats. Also, it's helped me, these hats right here. This is an antler hat. I'm not done with it yet. Sorry, the ears and antlers just fell out of it. They're not in there. It's helped me to measure. This person has a very large head, so sent the measurements, and it's helped me to be able to put it on there, and then I could get a good circumference range, and then figure out, how to fit, and then also where to place the antlers so that it would look right on the head, especially for someone whose head is significantly larger than mine. So I was very excited to get her. She had rough travels, as you can see. She came a long way, and she might have been in a few accidents on her way. But she works great, and I try to treat her nicely to make up for her rough travels getting to me. So that's one of the first things I have that I use pretty regularly. I use these are the project bags. They're a little smaller than I was expecting, but I didn't read dimensions, so that's totally on me. They're very sturdy. They have all the spots where you can put hooks and stuff, and the two different little pocket spots on the ends. And that's true on both sides. Nope. On this side, it's two pockets, but it's like one inside the other, so you can't really see. Oh, I have something that I need to use, also from Temu, for what's in here. This is This is the beginnings of one of the octopus hats that a lot of you have seen. I haven't done the tentacles or anything yet, but there's the sack and everything. So I'll go ahead and talk real quickly about the thing that I use from Temu along with this. These are the little poopy bags. I don't know if you can see that that's a true red or not. It kind of looks shiny orange. I can't figure out how to get it to. Anyway, that's red. And so they're little dog poop bags. They came in lots of colors. I got a bluish, green, black, and a red. And so I was able to get the black one inside the purple octopus hat. The red will go inside this red one, just because it's fun. Preview. That's actually going to be the sucker color, so it'll be a red, black, and white. It'll be really pretty once it's done. I got a ways to go on that, but the hat and sack part is super fast. Same with the antlers, antler hats. The hat part, this part, super fast. The antlers, not so much. The tentacles and the suckers, not so quick. What I've been using a lot is also from Temu. These are plastic crochet hooks. I personally like the inline. And I need to use this little tiny guy. This is a 2.5 millimeter to do the suckers, and it really, when I sew them all together, it gives them that nice tight twist. But this, I love these. The only thing that you would notice, because it's plastic, again, sorry about the focus, I thought I had it on autofocus. The thing about the plastic ones is certain yarns, and I would say with the Super Saver, this is true, it's a little squeaky. So if that bothers you, you might not, just be careful. Like this is puzzle yarn, and then I added a thread of blue because he just wanted a little bit of blue in this one. That it didn't squeak on this. It just on the Super Saver. It's just kind of random because over here I have some Dollar Tree yarn that I'm actually going to demonstrate one of the products I got. The Dollar Tree yarn, just yarn, doesn't squeak at all. So it seems very random to me. So I will go on to that next. This has been a lifesaver. This is a ball winder. I'm sure many of you have had one. Up until now, I've been balling my leftover from a skein by hand. That's what's going on with this one. But I don't know if you watched my cat couch video, but I had to rip that back out a couple times. And this was a lifesaver, so I will demonstrate. Once I get, where's that end? There it goes. I thought I had it all set up, but clearly I did not. Okay, so you stick it through the little hole in the metal, and then you put it across the top so it holds the yarn, and then you just spin it. And it kind of took out my mess there a little bit. Take that out a little bit. And then instead of winding that all by hand, now the yarn that I had to tear out from another project, or it was leftover, I think it was leftover from a skein, just is in a nice little cake. And yeah, there's not a lot there, but I was able to get this all, when I was doing the cat couch, I had so much yarn, it was all the way out there and all the way at the top. And so to take it off of here so that I could do a different yarn on here, I actually just used a toilet paper tube in the middle, and it was about the same size, so it worked really well to then have my yarn all kicked up and not You know, I didn't have to do it by hand. It took a couple seconds versus a little bit. Anyway, that's one of my faves, and it's a lifesaver, especially when you're pulling something out. I have not used these yet, but these are very, very, very tiny hook heads. I don't know if you can see that. So there's one all the way down to 1 millimeter, which is just tiny. I have not used it yet, as you can see, but I sometimes need the smaller hooks for amigurumi, and I wanted a smaller hook where the hook itself wasn't super tiny, because what I had done is first I ordered this set. Now I like bamboo hooks a lot. That must be upside down. I like the bamboo hooks a lot, but, and again, I like the inline, and that's what these are. My cat also likes them. She will chew on it while I'm trying to crochet with it, so she's a wild one. But the little hook, I was hoping it would be nice and large, but no, it's teeny tiny skinny, and I think that would be really hard to work with, I'm guessing. So that's why I went ahead and got that, so that I would have some hooks. If they have these rubbery ones in the tiny hook sizes, I definitely would have gotten that. My smallest hook in the rubber is that, in the rubbery ones, is 2.5 millimeters, and it's fantastic. So much easier to work with, and I like the grip a lot. What else do I have? I recently got this. My stitch counter, which I loved, recently broke, so I actually got 2 of these because I have 2 projects going. So, you know, at the end of each row, I do a stitch count. That must have been for the antler because it stopped at 40. So, a piece of the antler that is 40 rows. So it just helps me keep track of what's going on and keeps me in order. Love that. Very necessary for me to be at all quick. Otherwise, like if I had to mark it down or keep track, it's not going to happen. I mean, if I used a million stitch markers, which that's another thing I ordered, just basic, you know, stitch markers that are like clips. But I also had another kind of stitch marker that I bought specifically for a friend who she has some difficulty pinching, so like pinching the stitch marker together, like she wouldn't really be able to do that, you know, because you have to kind of pinch and push. I found some round ones that just kind of loop around and slide, so she can do that. She can do that twisty, and she was so grateful. So that's a product I don't have here with me, but it's being put to use. So most things I've gotten from Temu I really have been happy with. I've been maybe more selective now after the first run through. A couple of the cleaning products I didn't like as much as, you know, I had hoped, or they just didn't work as well as it said or whatever, but I'm happy with it. If I can find all the links to the different things that I have shown, I will include those links in the description. I have a couple pieces that I'm going to attach, like, excuse me, the cat clock. I freaking love it. It might be my favorite thing I've bought from Temu, just because it's so cute, and its tail wags, and it's so cute. So I'm going to include a clip of that, but also I have a whole clock wall, so I included that. So I have a thing about clocks, so I love them. But it makes me happy. I just love that clock. So there's that, and then there's one more, the ring light, and then the camcorder. I also got this. This is kind of like a GoPro clip. So I was using this, but I found it was kind of bouncy. So I haven't used it since. There's nothing wrong with it. You can put it like in any position you need to. And this clip does open up, and it will grip I have a very thick coffee table. It will grip on there, but then I have to get this exactly where it needs to be. So I just kind of ended up finding it not as useful as I was hoping. There's nothing wrong with it. It's actually, it could be very useful. Like I said, being able to go that thick and then screw down and really clamp on is very nice. It's not what's helpful to me. Anyway, that's it for this part. I'll put in the clips with the other items. I will apologize in advance for my recording on the ring light and the camcorder because I was holding my phone and recording and holding the product. Not the best. I would do a much better job in the future. But anyway, that's where it is, and I'm happy with it. I'll see you later. So this is a ring light that I purchased from Temu. You can bend this however you need. So if I was recording on the ground, I could do that there. This is for your cell phone. It screws in right here. Oops, turn the light. Anyway, I'll cut that out. And it plugs into the computer USB, and then you have a little control here. You have 3 different color settings, and you can dim it and make it brighter. Pretty functional. It can go shorter or taller depending on what you do with these guys, and it can go taller than this, but since I'm recording with my phone right now, it's not that easy to show that, but fairly happy with it. My phone barely fits. It stretches out a little bit, but my phone barely fits. So really, to be effective for me, I have to take it out of my phone case. So because I was tired of that, I also went ahead and got a webcam. Now it's still in the box. I have used it once, but I thought the box was so cute. It made me think of Polaroid cameras or the little disposable cameras back in the 80s. Such a thing of the past. But here's this, and it has a cover, so you can cover the lens whenever it's not in use. I like that too, because then I won't accidentally put my finger on it and put a fingerprint on it. Then also, you can do that. It can screw into the unit. It does have a little tripod. Set that down. It does have a little tripod that you can use. I don't use that. I use this little clip back here. Clip it to my laptop and screw it in there. Let me show you the other thing. The other thing about this. Oop, let me drop that. It can rotate and rotate, so you can do all kinds of different positions on this camera. So it says it's 4K, but my computer is old enough, I don't think it's like accepting it as 4K. It only seems to be recording it in 1080, which is fine. It's decent quality. I think all my phone videos have been 1080. Anyway, I'm going to switch and get this all set up so that I can record the rest of my Temu things that I love.